Pentrehafod School has partnered with Swansea University and creative practitioner Bill Taylor-Beales to explore the concept of Cynefin in relation to the heritage and history of the area in which the school sits. A selected group of pupils from across years 7 and 8 were chosen to work with Bill in researching and developing ideas to generate a huge indoor mural to celebrate the rich history and diversity of the school and its local heritage. They did this with the help of creative school staff and visitors from the university and the larger creative community, as well as a field trip to the Cynefin Gallery. Mr. Goulding, the head teacher, shared his own personal experience of having been a former pupil and what it meant to be a pupil of the school. Next, we had a visitor from the university, Professor Martin Johns, who specialises in history, and he walked us through what real history meant and how it was recorded and what it means to us today. The same day, we had a creative professional in the form of a spoken word poet, Rufus Mufasa, who helped us look at how we could use text to bring the ideas of the history alive. This culminated in an improvised spoken word song performance with Bill and the pupils joining in on the chorus. A brilliant day was had when we all gathered at the Cynefin Gallery in Swansea to explore the Industrial Heritage Exhibition. Here we were treated to a whirlwind tour of the history of the area, focusing on the Copperopolis phenomena from Swansea University Senior Lecturer in History and Heritage, Alex Langland. While we were there, Daniel McCabe, Learning and Participation Officer, explained the role that art played in documenting and expressing the realities of the timeline of the Swansea area during the Industrial Revolution. A number of staff from the school were involved at various stages of the process. Michelle James from Pentrehafod School was with us from the beginning and really helped facilitate the whole process of ideas and design and ensure the whole process was documented. Finally, Bill took all the work from the pupils and all the input from the staff and designed the final layout of the mural. A digi-mural was created and installed not only in the main foyer but also in the PACE building of Pentrehafod School. So many areas of heritage are incorporated into the mural, from Copperopolis to Welsh language and the other most popular languages spoken in the school. We also had famous Swansea achievers and local landmarks. Alongside this, we had some poetry and representatives of the feeder schools, all against some beautiful old maps of the area. This was a real team effort, and we are very proud of the finished mural and all that it shows of the rich heritage of the school and the area.
I liked it when we went outside and we did drawing, and also when we did painting, and when I looked at it, it looked nice.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff about art.
Yeah.
Different ways you can paint and stuff.
You learnt about the area, about Pentrehafod?
Yeah, definitely.
Anything new that you didn't know about Pentrehafod?
Well, I didn't know that Pentrehafod was a big rock before this all.
The slag heap.
Yeah. Any new skills?
Yeah.
Definitely drawing better.
Yeah.
My favourite thing I did was drawing the school because it forced me to look at the school in a more artistic way. And a new skill I've learned was calligraphy, and I'd like to do it again sometime because it was fun.
My favourite activity was doing the printing in the Cynefin Art Gallery because it was really interesting to try something new that I wouldn't think I'd do, and obviously the paper airplanes. The trickiest thing I did was researching about Swansea on the Chromebook, and the new thing I learned was the deeper history about Swansea because I thought it was really interesting of how Swansea is connected to the rest of the world.
My favourite thing was doing the print at the Cynefin Art Gallery because it was new and it showed me how to use all the different materials in a more intricate style. No, my new thing was probably doing the song of Rufus.
I enjoyed because we've done tons of fun activities. Most of the things there was new that I haven't done before.
I found the making murals pretty easy because we had loads of inspiration.
the best thing I've done while doing this project was the history professor, and when he taught about us the history of Wales. It was nice to learn about the history of my country. Something new I've learned is the Vivian family and how Glyn Vivian was the person who introduced a new way to work in the copper works.
Swansea. You learned anything new about Swansea?
That there was Copperopolis in Harvard. I enjoyed the drawing part because it was fun. Also, I learned more about Swansea.
The best thing about the project was the trip because it was really fun and I learned a lot of interesting stuff.
The best part about it was probably drawing outside when I had to draw the front of the school, and then the tricky bit was when I had to make my print in the art museum.
Yeah.
And then the new skill I learned was more about 3D perspective.
The best thing I've done for this project is the Glyn Vivian Art Gallery trip.
Something new I've learned was the history of Swansea.
The best thing we have done throughout this project was going on the trip. I enjoyed this as I had the chance to talk and listen to a historian and make an amazing piece of calligraphy. And from this project I have learned much more about Swansea's history than I did know prior to this project.